Well, I think we're ready to step up on Fancy's back. She's used to the saddle, she's used to my tools, and we're ready to take it to the next level. In order to do that, I'm going to take a little road trip with Fancy down to South Carolina and meet a friend of mine, Joe Mobley, who's an excellent horseman. He's going to help me with the first couple rides. The first couple rides that we do with Fancy, when I actually step up onto her, will be in the safety of a round pen. Joel will be placed in the center of the round pen with a stick and string so he can enforce the cues that she already knows. Now this will be a new experience for her, having somebody actually on her back. When I'm stepping up on Fancy, what we want to do is just get her used to it. We're going to bend her head in slightly so that she doesn't have a tendency to buck out if she's afraid. So we're going to keep the head bent in. We're going to bounce up and down a little bit, get her used to me being there. Now she's already used to me, but we're going to take it one step at a time. I'm going to bounce, bounce, bounce. I'm going to step up and put my body partly over top of her neck, and I'm going to stroke her and make sure that everything's fine, that she's calm with that. She understands the rub to a stop cue, and I'm rubbing her, so she shouldn't even start. She should be just nice and calm, and then I'm going to get down. I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to do it to the other side so the horse is balanced. What you do to one side, you'll do to the other side. Once I'm confident that she's comfortable, then I'm going to swing up over and onto her back. And that's where we're going to start. Once I'm up on her back, I'm going to flex her. I'm going to let her head come out to the front. Now, if a horse was to buck or to run, they straighten their head out first, and that's when they take off. So it's really important that you get that flex in it just for the safety, as well as it keeps her thinking. When you flex a horse, that engages the thinking side of the brain. And so that's what we're going to do. And as you can see, she's going to be a little bit stiff. On the ground, she was pretty light, I thought. But once we get up on her back, you're going to notice she is really, really stiff. So it's really a new experience. Not completely new, but it is new. Once we get the flexing down, then what we're going to do is we're going to disengage that hind quarter. That hind quarter, I'm going to put my heel back to where her flank is, and Joel is going to reinforce simply by putting pressure onto that hip and driving that back quarter around. So we're going to move her to the outside. Then I'm going to open up the rein in the front, and Joel's going to, and I'm going to squeeze and cluck, and then he's going to apply the pressure to the shoulder to move that around. And as you're going to see, we're going to kind of spin her around, disengage, move, open up the front, move, disengage the back, move, open up the front, and move. And she's starting to understand what I'm doing and what he's doing, what those commands are. So it's a little bit of a sequence, a little bit of a slow process to do that. And she's doing fine there. Now once we get her spinning all right, we're going to change around, we're going to do it to the other side. What you do to one side, you're going to do to the other side. Now once we're comfortable there, I'm going to open her up, and we're going to let her out 2-3 panels. Just straighten her out and move her forward. Once she's comfortable with those commands, okay, we're going to actually open her up, and we're actually going to lope her off. Let her get used to me. I'm going to rub her neck. I'm going to make her comfortable and move around with her a little bit. Once we get on there, I need to loosen the reins so that there are loose reins. Everything that we do should be on a loose range. We want to teach this horse eventually that everything is from the leg cues and the weight cues and very little on her mouth. So we're going to start light and we're going to end light as we go along.